Hello Pentathletes, this is video G, which is a summary of section 6, which is in your booklets, pages 59 through 82. This section reviews post-World War II art, and we will be going over 10 of the artworks that you should memorize for the competition. Let's get started. After World War II, the center of avant-garde modern art shifted from war-torn Europe to the United States, specifically New York City. And remember, avant-garde means against the old or against the traditional. So this is modern, non-traditional art. Abstract Expressionism was the major American artistic response to World War II. Also referred to as the New York School, this art was focused on healing the wounds of the war. Hans Hofmann was a German expatriate who taught many of the future abstract expressionist artists. His ideas of the emotional content of art were particularly influential. The Golden Wall is totally abstract in its form, with a number of vibrant colors placed across the surface of the painting. For Hofmann, the freedom to play with technique and style allowed for a new way to explore the idea of perspective in painting. It also allowed, in his mind, for a greater sense of energy and emotion in his work. While immersed in the abstract expressionist scene throughout the 1950s, Still became increasingly disillusioned both with it and the art world in general. Like most of his mature work, PH 385 presents a large-scale field of powerful color and brushstroke, with paint applied thickly with a palette knife and trowel. The title of the work is intentionally opaque. Still used a system of numbers, letters, and years to title his works in an effort to avoid influencing the viewer's experience of his paintings. Abstract expressionist Joan Mitchell was directly inspired by landscapes, unlike the other artists associated with the movement whose works were purely non-objective. Hemlock is an example of Mitchell's typical all-over gestural style. The large canvas is predominantly white with large green and black strokes, though a closer view reveals a variety of other tones including reds, blues, and yellows. Herbert Ferber worked part-time as a dentist for many years before giving up his practice to make art full-time in the 1950s. Jackson Pollock is an abstracted portrait of the painter. It may be read as Pollock at work, with the painter throwing paint at a canvas, or as the artist in a more abstracted symbolic form. In the aftermath of World War II, some European artists struggled to deal with witnessing the insanity of the Holocaust and the deployment of the atom bomb. Other European artists were determined to reinvigorate Europe after the horrors and disillusionment of the war. Christian Carroll Apple was one of the artists who saw the end of World War II as an opportunity to bring new energy and strength to Europe. The Cobra artists were greatly inspired by primitive art, folk arts, and the art of children. This may be seen in the artists' use of abstracted and distorted forms, loose brushwork, and vivid colors, as well as their focus on experimentation and collaboration. Questioning Children is one of a series of works based on Apple's memory of seeing German children begging for food along a train line. This sculpture is made from wood fragments the artist salvaged from around his home and studio in Amsterdam. Roberto Giacometti was a pessimistic, self-critical Italian-Swiss artist who questioned his existence and the world after witnessing the events of World War II. After World War II, Giacometti developed his mature sculptural style, which is characterized by attenuated figures and dramatically manipulated surfaces. Man Pointing is one of Giacometti's most significant works and is regarded by many as one of the most important sculptures of the 20th century. World War II memorials have been installed throughout the world. The complex nature of the conflict itself has led to complexity in the styles. World War II memorials have been installed throughout the world. The complex nature of the conflict itself has led to complexity in the types of memorials that have been developed. Traditional forms celebrating victory and triumph coexist with spaces that mark the war's great horrors. Holocaust memorialization not only functions to honor memory and recognize the dead, these memorials also often function as educational centers, serving to ensure that such events are never allowed to occur again. Peter Eisenman is an architect who is known for pushing the boundaries of what architecture can be. The Memorial to the Murdered Jews of Europe is the official German memorial honoring the Jewish victims of the Holocaust. D-Day refers to the first day of the invasion of Normandy, June 6, 1944. D-Day constituted the largest invasion by sea in history and was a major turning point in the war, helping lead the Allies to ultimate victory. The Memorial of Caen is a museum and war memorial that specifically commemorates the invasion of Normandy and the battle for Caen. The museum presents a series of permanent installations, extensive archives, and educational programming, as well as daily tours to the D-Day landing beaches. The Memorial of Caen also includes elaborate landscaping and gardens dedicated to those who died in battle. The first atom bomb was dropped on the Japanese city of Hiroshima on August 6, 1945. On August 9th, the city of Nagasaki was bombed as well. Japan surrendered to the Allied forces only days later. The Hiroshima Peace Memorial sits in what is now known as Peace Memorial Park. A preserved ruin, it serves as a memorial to the tens of thousands of people who died in the nuclear attacks. The 4-story brick and concrete building with its large distinctive dome was originally constructed as the Hiroshima Prefectural Commercial Exhibition Building in 1915. It was the only structure left standing near the epicenter of the bomb detonation. The National Mall in Washington, D.C. is situated in the center of the nation's capital and serves as the preeminent memorial space in America. The National World War II Memorial is the only monument on the Washington Mall's central axis that commemorates an event of the 20th century. It honors the millions who served as well as those who supported the war effort at home. The memorial functions as a symbol of American unity and power, a strongly propagandistic and uplifting message for a memorial dedicated to one of the most traumatic events in the nation's history. And we are done with everything in the art and music of World War II curriculum for this year's pentathlon season. I hope you guys are all studying very hard. I will see you guys on Friday after school so we can quiz each other and study for the big day. See you soon.